But with that said, let's try Apocalypse 5 again on Glenwald. Let's see. Let's see. I think it will snowball if we can get that first night victory with the S rank. Maybe we'll have a chance. I like two-handed sword. I like hand crossbow. Maybe. I mean, hand crossbow can be very good. Two-handed sword. This is a decent scepter. We have decent worn heavy armor. The fur pants probably belong on someone else, although the armor is good on them. This is a pretty bad trinket. Like, this is just almost a garbage tier trinket. I guess we put that there. We put the Fey amulet here. And then our caster has isolated, but none of our characters have isolated. So I think we just leave it as that. Oh, and let's take a look. I like to... What are we rocking for things? We got Carrier, not great for a melee. Cruel is good, and Demonic Blood is very good. Okay, so our Armin... We need to get him a hammer, and then we can call him Armin Hammer. Yeah, I think the weapon setup is good. Did I missay sensors? Oh no, I think it was a spelling thing. Never mind. So let's see. We got the hand crossbow. I think that's gonna be pretty weak. This armor. What's the armor that we have here? Okay, that is better. This armor is bad because of the move point that we lose to it. Like, I don't know that it's worth hanging on to at all. But let's see. So Armin rocks. Deserves a hammer. I'm going to do everything I can. Curious, I promise. Then over here we have a scout who is rugged and thick-skinned. Not as good. Kobe is not the strongest. And then Marion is a druid who is short-sighted. Short-sighted is quite bad. And demonic blood. All right, so we got one strong and two weak is basically the way that I would classify that. And we're going to put folks here. And yeah, so the sensor location is clearly random, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. So I think you were right. I think it was Ultima who counted them and said 12, and then I was like, but I can't count to 12. That's way too hard. Let's have at it. And then you see the runners, and you suddenly feel a little bad. Yeah, the runners make things tough. At least they did last time. So I'm just... Whatever I can get angles on, I'm gonna do my best. And then I guess we'll do that, and we'll retreat a little bit. Now... Here we got a momentum attack. We got a momentum attack. We got charge, which is probably my favorite move in the game. If I had to pick like a singular one that I thought was strongest. Charge is just insane. For one action, one mana, and one move, it does so much damage, potentially to so many baddies. To the point where I'm thinking about using it to pave a retreat here. It's a little wasteful from a mana perspective, but I think I overextended myself on that one and shouldn't have. And then over here, I am going to use a Shocking Touch to try and get rid of those speed demons. And I'm going to move here, get rid of you. Second retreat. We'll stack up some dodge since they're going to be coming in quick, I think. All right. Wow. Look at how far they came in still. I really thought that I had moved back at least a little bit enough. At least a little bit enough. Let's not think about that freezing too much, but it's a thought that counts, right? So for these smaller enemies, it's kind of like you want the move attack type of thing to try and get it sorted. But again, I think we're going to fall victim to the same thing we fell victim to last time, which was that the speedy ones, they just seem to move too fast. But that's why I like charge right there. Even though I've now left myself very exposed. Like, exceptionally exposed. That was questionably smart. Now, I'm trying to move in here because I need to get a shot at these guys, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, the sensor is getting in the way of me hitting this guy. Can't hit anybody? Okay. Let's just put a poison here. And a poison there, I guess. The speedy boys move too quickly to for that to work particularly well. But yeah, look how fast they're coming in. No, it's putting me in more harm's way. Oh, this guy dodged that too. That's very unfortunate. So we can accelerate one and come over here and at least take this guy out. Where is... So I think I put one there, and I put one here, even though this is not going to be very satisfying. Yeah. And then if I come up here, I can at least use my crossbow bolts. Nope. Move here and at least use my crossbow bolts to take these guys out. Somehow I left this guy just freestanding. We'll try not to think too hard about that. Wait, you need 2 spaces for charge? No, you don't. So why couldn't I do that before? Why can't I do that there? Target has no line of sight? You can't charge these guys? Like, you literally can't charge a blocker at all. Yes, curious. That is the lore reason. Is that you have houses, they have workers that live in them, and those workers are terrified by the, well, the fact that there's a zombie horde kind of constantly, ruining things. Alright, we'll retreat to there. And I think we're going to come back around this way. The runners are just so speedy. And we are now mere moments from losing our perfect again. 5%. Let's just hit him with a punch. Accelerate to here. And then almost didn't get it. Okay. Now, where's my melee friend? So if I move to here, can I not charge this guy? Okay, so this is a bug report that I'm going to have to file, because I don't know if it's easy to see what's happening. I actually think it's quite hard. But so there's a space here, and normally I can step into that space, so that's what the green box denotes, and I can do a charge. But here, I cannot charge this guy because even when the green box is in the unoccupied space there, I lack line of sight due to the blockers, which I think is not the way that's supposed to work. You know, obviously, like, citation needed, but that strikes me as not the way that that should work. Kind of left them in a bad place, but... I mean, yes, I understand that, Bear. The blocker is supposed to be annoying, but I don't think that's annoying. I think that, like, I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong. If that intuitively makes sense to you, I'm all ears. But to me, that dynamic does not track with my understanding of how line of sight is supposed to work. Like, I don't think that line of sight should prevent me from doing a piercing attack that travels through a line of sight enemy, which is what's happening there, right? I have an attack that is supposed to travel through that guy, and it's being stopped. Maybe all piercing attacks block line of sight that way. That could actually be. Maybe that's the thing that I don't know. And, like, you can't use a spear attack. But I'm reasonably sure that, for instance, I've used slash on a blocker, and it has hit the blocker and the one behind it, which is essentially what I'm asking to do with charge. All right, well, our panic is going over. We did not achieve S rank, not even close, yet again. Sigh. Yeah, I mean, it might not be, right? You know, I'm certainly open to the possibility that is intended behavior. It just feels a little wrong. But not as wrong as the failure that we are currently experiencing. Yeah, right now, it's not a smooth progression, Ultima. I think that it is... The jump from 4 to 5 is, bar none, far and away, greater than any previous jump that we've seen. Oh, that was a mistake. This sensor is going to block that so it doesn't propagate. And I think that the added movement A fourth defender would is probably the largest power spike in the game. Getting additional heroes through the inn is kind of like, if I were going to pick one thing that is the biggest oh, no worries, curious, that is like the biggest difference maker, it's definitely additional heroes and additional action points. We were talking about it before, but the biggest change that you can kind of make to your viability in the game as you're unlocking the meta progression. Okay, actually, ultimately, yeah. To answer your question, and I was getting there anyways. In the meta progression, you do unlock the ability to get additional heroes, but the biggest single increase in terms of meta progression economy that you can receive is the additional action points per hero. So by default, if we go to the character sheet for one of these heroes, this hero has nothing that is adding action points, and they have 7. When you first start out, your heroes do not start out with 7 action points, so that's kind of like a massive improvement. Oh my gosh, did that just waste my momentum attack? I think it did. That was... I just want to point out, this is a 5% chance, and we just missed 2 in a row, or 2 separated by 1. But yeah, the tavern is where you unlock additional heroes. Yeah, this splitter is on my absolute naughty list. And now I think we're probably gonna like lose our mage. Okay, that was humorous, but yeah, we're yet again in a very bad way here. Hand crossbow. Hand crossbow is definitely one of the most powerful late game weapons, because as you start to stack multi-hit on it, it's just so powerful. However, in the early game, it's a bit rough. Because when you're only getting 2 hits off of it, it doesn't have the oomph to get many kills, and Blaze also suffers from the need to have multi-hit. I'm going to do my best here with it, but you need multi-hit and you need propagation to make Blaze really sing. Okay, let's secure a kill with that, and then... I think I'm just gonna... Yep. Fast approaching doomsday here. We've already lost most of the goodness. We may be able to lock one of these in place, although I'm also realizing that it's very difficult to lock things in place so that we can do the sensors. Alright, we can't do much here, so we're just gonna... Well, let's not move into harm's way. That's better. Yeah, because of how fast they move, getting someone outside of your panic zone is a lot harder than it used to be. But technically this guy is, so we'll just keep him alive. We'll return to him. If I move to here, can I get back? No. Let's just see who survives this. Maybe no one. I'm also just thinking out loud. I don't know if this night 1 is worth attempting to salvage. It doesn't feel built for success. I you know, I have this desire for every run to just be viable. But I'm worried that now that we're hitting this difficulty level, we're gonna need to essentially declare some runs unwinnable after the first night. Which, you know, could be this could be a shortcoming of mine. I don't want to pretend that it is that, you know, I'm... Where did all my movement go? What actually happened? Because this is actually a problem, because I need to hold this claw in place. Well, yeah, so I moved around it, but that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I guess it was. I really thought Armin had more movement than that. I guess not. Yeah. Alright, well... I was expecting I would be able to kill that one and then move back. Clearly, that was not going to happen. Okay, but we're at the one enemy. Does this have what it takes? Does this run have what it takes? I think the answer is no. Yeah. I want to see if I can get that perfect on the first night. I'll look at the store at least. 2 legendaries. Those commander's boots are pretty nice too. Adamantium crossbow. Yeah, the rest of the items in the shop are pretty weak, and we wouldn't have been able to afford these anyways. I'm going to do the building just to try and refine my strategy. So I do double upgrade. I get rid of one of those. I do house, and then I'm at 34 gold. And at 34 gold, I cannot upgrade again. So I think the quality of the night result... Whoops. I was cleaning off my trackpad. The quality of the night result is also the breakpoint for getting the 3rd upgrade. And if you get the 3rd upgrade, you can take down another ruins. And if you take down another ruins, you have... enough materials for 2 catapults as opposed to 1, which is what we would be rocking here. Yeah, and that makes a big, big difference. Okay. Certain doom it is.